Okay, let us start. They will add. Okay, వినపడుతుందమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, this is a six. My name is KRISHNAIAH. I'm a faculty in history. Okay, you have already in the first part of Telangana history, you listened already. You got it. This is the second part of history, 6th sem, Telangana history. From the 1948 till the 1948, you got the history already. From the 1948 to 1956, 2014, till formation of Telangana state, this paper we can study all the topics wise. So in 1948, you know what was happened? We got independence in 1947, independence to India. As a part of that, the many of the princely states in India throughout the country, 565 above the princely states are there. In that, Hyderabad state is the biggest, largest princely state in British India, one of that. So, merging of this, all the integration of all the princely states to Indian Union. Then the part of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is led the total integration role to merge all the princely states into the Indian Union. So, as a part of this sixth semester, we are going to study the first chapter, political development in 1948 to from the 1948 to 1956. What are the political developments were done? Is the first chapter. Firstly, you know that in 1948, local princely states are 565 above it is there, merging after we got independence throughout the country. These many local princely states they have the independency, but some Indian Union, they are ready to join. Some people are not ready to join in the Indian Union, like a Junagadh, Kashmir, Hyderabad, and these are the some princely states are there. So Hyderabad is a part of Indian national movement. In Hyderabad also happened the freedom movement. In 1948, 1947 August, in what was happened in the Telangana, you know, till the 1947 throughout the country national movement was going on. We got independence. August, in interim government, first unit we are discussing now. Interim government, it's a Madhyantra Prabhutvamu అని అంటుంటాము. So in the part of this, some introduction, you know that Asaf Jahis, earlier you studied Asaf Jahis from the 1724 to 1948. Total, the 6 members of Nizams, they ruled, and the part of 1724 to 1948. The part of that, many of the agitations and were held, like nationwide for the independence, like the armed struggle. Most of the taken place, the national movements taken place in the Hyderabad region. So we got independence in the 1947, 15th August. The same before that 1 week, 7th August was this integration of after getting independence. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel as a home minister, he has the get idea to merge the all princely states. He want to merge the all local princely state with the Indian Union. So part of that, in Hyderabad region, in all over the country also, Join India movement was started. In 1947, August 7th, 1947, August 7th, Join India Day, the celebrated by the Hyderabadis, some of the like Swami Ramananda Tirtha, some other patriots and national movement leaders, their flag hosted to Join India movement, because Hyderabadis and the Nizams they did not get freedom till the 1948 September 17. But all over the country, they're celebrating the national, enjoying the freedom. They're celebrating happily the national flag, hosting the national flag, entire the nation in 1947, August 15th. But in Hyderabad region, Nizam is ruling. Asaf Jahi, last Nizam, Mir Usman Ali Khan, was ruling at the time in 1947 at the time. So the part of integration, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he concentrated to the military action, and to with army he want to come to the Hyderabad and some other which is not like a Junagadh, Kashmir and Hyderabad, some of the princely states. So same that time in Join India movement was taken place in Hyderabad under the leadership of Ramananda Tirtha, Swami Ramananda Tirtha, Congress leader. So in before that, some of the changes, that before merging into Indian Union, like a Hyderabad State Congress in 1938 were established, and Comrade Association in 1939, and also you studied earlier, that is Telangana Andhra Mahasabhas, Nizam Rashtra Andhra Mahasabhas, for educating the awakening of Telangana people towards some independence, to literacy, education, employment, and agriculture development. These all are taken place. They get awareness to the Nizam region people. After that, this Join India movement was taken place in August 7th, 1947. Okay. At the time of freedom movement, here the Join India movement was taken place. The part of Join India movement, in Telangana, at the time, the situation is one side is the Rajakars and Indian National Army, and some disturbances in the region. Violence was created. Rajakars, the private army, which is maintained by the Nizams, their Rajakars also created a lot of noise, violence in the villages of Hyderabad region, villages of Hyderabad state. So the part of this Join India movement, what is the aim and objective of Join India movement? So to merge the princely states, these local kingdoms, what are there in the country, they want to merge with Indian Union. So Join India movement was started in 1947. The main motto, main objective of this Join India movement, it is to merge all the local princely states with the Indian Union. This is a Join India movement, we can say that. In 1947, 15th August, national-wide celebrating the freedom celebrations. In Telangana, already the Join India movement was going on. So the mass movement at the time, Nizam, already you know that the Nizam, he gets support by the British. Okay, the Nizam government and all these Nizams they well supported by the British. Lord Mountbatten, at the time of dividing the country, Lord Mountbatten is a Governor General. He full support given to the Nizam. He good advice to the Nizam. Okay, but the people are confusion. People are getting lot of suffering, but Nizam is getting support from the British. Okay, that is the reason to by the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, why this tyranny or majority and this monarchy of king and Hyderabad region. Entire the nation is celebrating the freedom, independence, but in Hyderabad is ruling by one kingdom rule. So that is to get clarity to the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and you take the cabinet decision in the central at the time of the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Even Jawaharlal Nehru delayed this Polish action. Okay, but Vallabhbhai Patel enthusiastically he want to merge with Indian Union, but he get angry on the Nizam. Why the Nizam is not separate? He is a part of India only, but Nizam is he make one agreement with the Indian Union, standstill agreement. So listen, 1947, August 29. Okay, in this time only, the central government want to send army to the Hyderabad region to merge. But August 29, 1947 only, they thought that to occupy the Hyderabad. They said they want to ready to send the army to Hyderabad. But Nizam requested to the central government to make one agreement with the central government. That agreement is called, it is a standstill agreement. 1947, August 29, standstill agreement. According to this, Nizam is agreed to hand over some departments to the Indian government, like defense, foreign affairs, and defense department, communication, the printing of currency. So these hand over government. Okay, then automatically the government thought is to some little bit they back. Okay, Nizam is under the control of Indian government. Like that, they thought by the Indian government. So, but after making the standstill agreement, 1947, August 29, what he gave promise to the Indian government? Defense department, foreign department, communication, currency printing. These hand out to the Indian government, not under the control of Nizam. Okay, but after this agreement, he violated all the standstill agreement rules. That is the reason to get angry to the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So after the Nizam, he made some relations with the America and England, some other foreign countries. So within the country, one princely state is maintaining the foreign relation with other countries without accepting the Indian government. Okay, so the Indian government is get angry. How dare Nizam is maintaining the foreign relation with America, England. Okay, even England also sending some army assistance to the Nizam. Okay, so that is why. So some Nizam is violating the standstill agreement rules and regulations. So when he violated the standstill agreement rules, they conduct, even though 20 crores rupees is gave the loan as a loan to the Pakistan region at that time, Nizam. So in that time, the Pakistan is separated in 1947. India is separated in 1947, August 15th. So Pakistan also separated in August 14th. So both are two nations divided. After that also, Nizam is given the 20 crores loan to the Pakistan without consent the Indian government. See, the currency printing and economical system is Nizam is hand over to the Indian government, but without consent the Indian government, he gave the 20 crore rupees as a loan to the Pakistan country. So Indian government and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and cabinet get angry on Nizam. So at that time, Mir Layak Ali as a prime minister of Nizam, sixth Nizam, Mir Isman Ali Khan is a king and the prime minister of the Nizam is Mir Layak Ali. So the both are violated the standstill agreement. Okay, so that is why. So he made agreement with Indian government, currency printing also hand out, but without consenting, without permission of Indian government, he gave the 20 crore rupees loan to the Pakistan government. Then, like that, some of the rules violated. He gets support from British soldiers and American support. Okay, then that's why Indian government is get angry on Nizams. Then the United Nations, he appealed to the United Nations also, Nizam, Mir Layak Ali. You see, India, this princely state is independent, but they are appealed to the UNO, United Nations Organization, ICRAS Samiti, UNO also. So that is the reason they get angry. Though Sardar Vallabhai Patel, Nizam is violating, not following the Indian government rules and according to standstill agreement. He kept aside and he not at all following this standstill agreement. Then Sardar Vallabhai Patel has take a decision, Operation Polo or police action. So that is in 1948, September 13. They sent army, huge army from the Delhi to Hyderabad surrounds. Means at the time, Hyderabad means Hyderabad state. It's connected to the Maharashtra region. Some of the districts in Parbhani, Gulbarga, Audh, and Nanded. Some of the this other parts of Karnataka region also. Karnataka, Maharashtra, Hyderabad, Telangana. These three district regions are covered with Indian Army in 1948, September 13. From the September 13, they came to India, this Hyderabad region, and Sholapur, some of the Maratha regions. And this time, Muhammad Ali, you know that Mountbatten is the last Governor General. After Mountbatten, first Indian Governor General, C. Rajagopalachari, is appointed as a Governor General of India. In his time only, this police action was done. The tyranny of Nizam and majoritarian dictatorship of Nizam was abolished by this police action. So Nehru also, even that they gives firstly he delayed the police action, but after along with the government he gave support that. And due to the problems of Kashmir and also heavy rains, the police action was some delayed at the time. Even the Kashmir issue, at the time, boundary issue between Pakistan and India, and heavy rains, some delayed by the Nehru. So Muhammad Ali Jinnah is appointed as a governor to the Governor General of the Pakistan region. C. Rajagopalachari is appointed as a Governor General of our region. So like that, Sardar Vallabhai Patel, he September 13 to, from the September 13, 1948 to 17th September, means 18th September. 17th September, almost all, the Nizam Mir Usman Ali Khan surrendered in front of the government and hand out to the, or accepting to Hyderabad, the princely state is merging with the Indian Union. He surrendered and merging with the Indian Union in 17th September. But still 18th also. Firstly, and here some of the, till that time already, the Telangana armed struggle, the Communist Party of India and CPI, that they are fighting for against Nizam same time. So like that, in firstly they occupied in the Maharashtra, the Sholapur and some other regions. Then after they occupied to the this Hyderabad region. Means finally in under the leadership of J.N. Chowdhury, the military chief J.N. Chowdhury, and Nizam military chief is E.L. Edrus. They fought and against the Mir Layak Ali also is and Rajakars on the side of Nizams and Indian. You see the Rajakars are there and some British army also with the Nizam side and Indian government army is one side. They fought and finally with a huge army, the Maratha regions and this Telangana regions, Karnataka, all are to merge with Indian Union. Finally, in 1948, September 17, Hyderabad princely state is surrendered and it is merging with Indian Union. Then the Nizam surrender in 17 September 1948 is surrendered. Mir Layak Ali, the Prime Minister of Nizam, handed over to the Nizam. Same day, the same day, 7 p.m. in evening, Nizam announced from the Deccan radio. So remember, the Deccan radio My dear people, I am very happy to give this message behalf of the Governor General of India, Rajagopalachari. So I am, government has resigned. I'm very sorry to that he surrendered in front of the government like that. So I'm bringing the information that means Rajagopalachari official information is given noticed. So 18 September, Chief of Nizam, E.L. Edrus. E.L. Edrus is a military chief of Nizam's army. J.N. Chowdhury, Jayantnath Chowdhury is a military chief of Indian government, army, Indian army. So like that, uh, General J.N. Chowdhury reached Hyderabad first, and there, you see, after police action, the Indian government is total. J.N. Chowdhury military government is established in the 1948 September 8th. The military government was established. You see, police action after the temporary government was established by the Indian government. Who is the head of this government in Hyderabad state? J.N. Chowdhury. The military rule of Major General J.N. Chowdhury. So along with J.N. Chowdhury, civil Dr. D.R. Pradhan and additional chief D.R. Pradhan and Raja Donde Raj Bahadur, G.V.H. Krishna Rao, C.V.S. Rao, and Kazma Yarjung. So these all are the executive members of the government. JN, under the leadership of JN Chowdhury, the military government was formed in the Telangana, Hyderabad region. But the total rule continued in the name of yes, is there any message? Yes. Okay. Right. J.N. Chowdhury is a government head. So, in the name of Nizam only, some powers is given to the Nizam, but total government administration is run by the J.N. Chowdhury military chief. Okay. Then after immediately J.N. Chowdhury, he handed over the Sarfakas lands. Sarfakas lands means which is own lands of Nizam and own expenditure for his own cultivation lands. Owning rights completely belongs to the Nizam's land is called as a Sarfakas lands. J.N. Chowdhury, after taking as a head of the Hyderabad government, he handed over the all Sarfakas lands comes under the Indian government. Then after some of the holy Sikka, which is the currency of Hyderabad state. Holy Sikka, it is a name of currency. Hyderabad state currency name is Holy Sikka. Holy Sikka is cancelled and Sarfakas lands also handed over. So Holy Sikka replaced by Indian government currency. Because before that, Hyderabad currency is a separate. If you compare to the Indian government, Hyderabad currency is separate. But now, these lands are handed by the government, J.N. Chowdhury military government, and also Holy Sikka currency also cancelled. And weekly holiday is changed from Friday to Saturday. You see here, weekly holiday, previously, the Friday is a holy day for that Muslims because the Nizams they followed the Islamic rules and some of the Persian and Arabic type of culture they followed. So Friday is a weekly holiday at the time of Nizam's government. So J.N. Chowdhury, after forming of temporary government, he changed that Friday to Sunday is a holiday for weekly ones. That okay. So the government occupied the Sarfakas lands and also even the calendar system also. Previously, firstly months, the Turkey calendar and the Nizam's calendar is called as a firstly calendar. It's very important bit. Firstly, is a name of is Nizam's calendar. It is a Persian and Turkey rules and regulations. That months in you're already given that some all in Urdu. So he replaced that instead of Turkey calendar, he mentioned that English calendar is implemented in the Nizam state. Till that J.N. Chowdhury, last Nizam introduced that followed only Turkey Islamic calendar. That is called as a Fasli. Then after this J.N. Chowdhury in May, J.N. Chowdhury military government taken as a charge, they changed the calendar. They cancelled that Islamic and Turkey calendar firstly. Then English calendar they are introduced. J.N. Chowdhury has some good efforts in education and archaeology. He developed some, he has established the archaeology department and archaeology department and education development also. The architecture, he protected the Maharashtra, some parts Ajanta, Ellora caves protected because it is a archaeological places. Ajanta, Ellora and Bidar fort, these all protected and some education also developed. And also he visited the many villages and solved the problems, rule at the people. Okay, so like that, the military government, after police action, the military government formed. Who is the head of that military government? J.N. Chowdhury. So the Chowdhury is then the civil administrators. He appointed some of the collectors and talukdars, and also he run the smooth administration. Then in this time, J.N. Chowdhury, the attacks on communists and Muslims. See here, in 1948, at the time, some violence is happening in the Telangana, Hyderabad state. One side, the Communist Party leaders, they are targeted to this Nizams and also Razakars. So both are anti-movements were running. So because due to this violence, lot of members are, they get suffered a lot in the against Nizam is Communist Party leaders, Communist Party activists fight against the Nizam and a counter movements done by Razakars, which is given protection to the Nizam's Razakars. So J.N. Chowdhury, he killed, arrested and imprisonments, killed a lot of Razakars and communists. Much more because this most of the Razakars and Communist Party activists are killed by this J.N. Chowdhury military government. So one of the calculation, some 4,000 of Communist Party leaders, activists were killed by military government. 4,000. Then some other, the lakhs were arrested. The thousands of people were imprisoned in jail, sent to jail, because previously, till that most of the military leaders, military government arrested and kept into jail like that. And also this Jagerdari system also cancelled, but abolition of Jagerdari system. And this time, some Razakars, in the name of Razakars, many Muslims were killed by military government. The name of this Communist Party activist is, they killed by J.N. Chowdhury military government. Communist Party activists 4,000 above, some thousands of Muslims also died. So lot of violence were happened in the J.N. Chowdhury military government. Then people and leaders are given complaint to the central government to remove the J.N. Chowdhury military government in Telangana region. Then automatically the central government, they appointed one of the committee that so according to that report of that committee, the committee visited the Sundarlal committee. The members of that committee, they are Sundarlal, Pandit Sundarlal committee appointed. Why this committee appointed? So the lot of the Razakars, Muslims, and Communist Party activists, most of their died by the force of military government activities in Telangana, in Hyderabad region, Hyderabad state. So because that, this common people, they get some afraid, terrible conditions. They got some feared. How J.N. Chaudhary military government taking action on them, killing mass people. So that is the reason to complain to the central government on this J.N. Chaudhary to remove his government to appoint one more any other head of the government. Okay, so like that, J.N. Chaudhary to review that his administration, one committee was appointed, that is the Pandit Sundarlal committee. In that, the chairman is that Sundarlal, Pandit Sundarlal. The members is Qazi Abdul Ghaffar, Maulana Abdul Misri, Farooq Siar, P.V. Ambulkar. These are the committee members. So when the people are given complaint to the central government to remove the J.N. Chaudhary military government, they are appointed one committee, Sundarlal committee. Sundarlal committee, they visited all the districts from Maratha region and Hyderabad region, and also some Kannada region also. So they get ground level report. They made the perfect report on the against the J.N. Chaudhary. They submitted to the central government, the union government, and they reviewed how party activists and students also some finding to attack and killing, mass killings and deaths were happened. So this investigation, 29th November 1949, the report was submitted to the central government. Okay, so then according to the report, you see, in that report, they mentioned clearly by Sundarlal committee, what they mentioned, 27,000 to 40,000 people were killed under his administration, J.N. Chaudhary military government. Why this called? Is a military chief, but his ideology, thoughts also as a military activities. So like that, which is against to the government, is started the killing to the activists. Okay, 27,000 to 40,000 people were killed total in his administration. Among these, 18,000 people are driven to death. Usmanabad, Gulbarga, Bidar, Nanded by the Razakars. See, Razakars are killed, 18,000 people killed by Razakars because of Qasim Razvi activities against these all Hindu against activities they done, which is called as a private army to the Nizam. Next, in Latur in Maharashtra, Qasim Razvi is a native place in Latur. Is Rajakar's leader. So he killed number of people. Okay, and not only killing of people, to destroy their houses, their fields, and the rape cases also filed on these Rajakar groups, which were the women and the farmers and the landlords, means the land tenants. They suffered a lot because due to the Razakars activities and the mass killings and rapes also done on the common women by the Razakar groups. So that is the reason we armed struggle against the armed struggle, the counter revolution done by the Razakars. Then Solapur, Nagpur also extended these attacks. So the property loss, the crores of rupees and exploitation were the large number during the attacks. Means due to the destruction, most of the public property, the government property was lost. And the committee stated that some of the Hindu families have protected the neighboring Muslim families from the attacks. So some people are protected. Okay. So this central government studied the report, these findings, because of Razakars activities and Communist Party activities, violence were done. That is the reason Communist Party's activists are, many of the people died. More than 27,000 to 40,000 activists are killed by military government. Muslims are died, and also Muslims were died, and Communist Party leaders also died. So due to this activities, the government read and decision, the report read perfectly. The decision taken by the central government, the cabinet, J.N. Chowdhury, there is removed from the military government as a chief. Is removed as a chief of military government. And J.N. Chowdhury, 31st December 1949, appointed, is removed. And 31st December 1949, M.K. Velodi is a Kerala ICS officer. M.K. Velodi is a Muller Carding Velodi. M.K. Velodi is appointed as a civil ICS ruler officer. Means this is called as a civil administration. You see, after police action, after Operation Polo, two governments were, temporary governments are worked. One is J.N. Chowdhury, Jayanthnath Chowdhury military government. After this J.N. Chowdhury, after M.K. Velodi government was established by the central government. M.K. Velodi is a administrative officer, is a civil ICS officer from Kerala state. He was done, given the good administration. Of course, his administration also lot of mistakes were done. He gave the importance to the more Andhra native people they get chance to get jobs in this Telangana region. In his time only Mulki movement also started in the Velodi time. See, the government, the open, the present report kept the safe Nehru Memorial Museum in Library, Delhi. Mir Usman Ali Khan has appointed as a appointed M.K. Velodi, and he is called as a Raj Pramukh. Nizam is called as a Raj Pramukh, and M.K. Velodi is a administrator. This is administration is called as a civil administration, Paura Paripalana, we can say that. So in this, from the 1st January 1950 and 31st December 1952, Hyderabad state is ruled by M.K. Velodi and his team, his group. So in this, Burgula Ramakrishna Rao and Sheshadri, Nawab Jain Yar Jung, and C.V.S. Rao, okay, along with M.K. Velodi. M.K. Velodi is the head of the government, okay, and other ministers. The cabinet was established. Burgula Ramakrishna Rao is a member as a revenue minister, has worked as a revenue minister in his administration. Okay, so the along with this Ramananda Tirtha and also Marichanna Reddy, Konda Venkat Rangareddy, K.V. Rangareddy, nominated to the parliament. They are also nominated as a parliamentarians. Then, so it is a civil administration. Civil administration was started in Hyderabad state. There was no income tax. You see, 50 lakhs rupees was declared to the honorary pension to the Nizam. And Nizam is called as appointed as Raj Pramukh. And like this, you see, he gave some of the compensation to the Nizam, 25 lakhs for maintaining of the Nizam's office, one more 25 lakhs for maintaining the family members of Nizam, and 25 lakhs for staff maintaining, and 25 lakhs for income surface lands occupied. You see, like this, 1 crore and 50 lakhs rupees allotting for yes, page number, it is a 10 number, Velodi government, page number 10 in textbook, right? So 1 crore 50 lakhs rupees allotted for Nizam's maintenance. See, the Nizam is as a Raj Pramukh. Okay, so his government administration of Velodi, you see some reforms, some new rules they followed in the government. Ramaswamy Modaliyar, Indian representative, he has to announce that a civil administration has formed in Hyderabad state. Nizam stood only as the constitutional head. So Nizam is called as a constitutional head, and some other officers are helping to the his cabinet. At the same time, Burgula is a civil administrative government was formed. The state is extensive Hyderabad dominion. Hence, the UNO should leave the topic of freedom of Hyderabad. You see, previously they reported a given complaint in the UNO. So now is a part of India. Completely Hyderabad state is a part of Indian Union. So they are raised that complaint against that. So M.K. Velodi is established the Telugu and English languages replaced by Urdu. See, previously till the J.N. Chowdhury government in the Hyderabad region, completely Urdu medium educational institutions are there. Due to some efforts by Nizam Andhra Mahasabhas and that leaders, some of the educational institutions were established in the mother tongue. But M.K. Velodi in 1950s, he gave the circular and issued that circular to establishment of Telugu and English languages replaced by Urdu language. Okay, instead of Urdu language, Telugu and English language introduced. When he is in a Telugu language introduced in the administration, lot of Andhra people are they may get chance to get jobs in the Telangana region. See, if you compare to Andhra and Telangana region in Telugu language, they were perfect in the language in Telugu. But if you compare to Hyderabad state, most of the uneducation illiteracy is there. They were in Madras presidency, Andhra people. We are under the Nizam, Hyderabad is. So we are educationally, all our Urdu medium schools, most of the schools are there. So only in 1930s after 1930s and 1931, 32, that Nizam Rashtrandhra Mahasabhas and library movement, they taken some awareness and awakening of Telangana people to study and to join in the schools in the Telugu medium and some of the English also. So M.K. Velodi, he gave a complete changes. Educational is Telugu and English is introduced. In administration also, he introduced the Telugu and English languages. So Urdu is some places is continued, but most of they encouraged the Telugu and English. So their Andhra people are in Telugu, English, they are all well educated under the Madras presidency. That is the reason they all Andhra people are they're joined and they get chance to job sources in the Nizam government. So this is land records existed in Urdu. Most of the land records in Hyderabad state is in Urdu. It is translated to in English and Telugu. Irregularities are taken place. Local farmers were cheated by the Jamindars and Deshmukhs and some of the Jagirdars were there because the records are in Urdu. Land revenue, excess taxes they are collected, forcible tax they collected. Even the crop failure time also they collect the taxes. So there is no exemption to the tenants and landowners. The issues were raised in the land tenants and landowners also. So like that, most of they are introduced in the English and Telugu. Then Andhra people who are intellectual, who are educated, they get a lot of jobs. Telugu language introduced in the state education system. Most of the teacher posts were allotted to the Andhra people who were perfect in Telugu knowledge. See, M.K. Velodi given chance to the more for Telugu people to educate, to joining as a teachers and in sector. So here, because till that range means in the Telangana Hindu this Hyderabad state people are not in well in education. They are very poor background and literacy level is very less. That is the reason they are not get jobs in the that region. So Andhra people are, due to the changing languages mother tongue given, due to the importance given to the Telugu language, Telugu, Andhra people are, they get good job sources in Hyderabad. When they are get the job sources, local people who are native peoples are, they suffered, they are losing the job opportunities. They started the Mulki movement under the local leadership. So this Mulki, non-Mulki, this word Mulki means in Urdu, Stanika, local. Okay, who are natively here on local birthplace of Hyderabad region, local region. They are called as a Mulkis. So Mulki movement was started. Why the Mulki movement was started? More Andhra people were, they get jobs in the Hyderabad administration and offices. So that is the reason to get in this time only MK Velodi, Mulki movement was started. The government MK Velodi removed all the district collectors, replaced by them with Andhra officials. See, MK Velodi gave full support to the Andhra people to come and join as a administration. He gave the good chance to the government jobs for Andhra people. So in MK Velodi time only, most of the Andhra people are they boost, they developed, and they get jobs. They are well-established Andhra people in Telangana region. See, he removed all the district collector and appointed to the Andhra people only here. Okay, and the process, Ramchandra Rao, the Tahsildar of Krishna district, was brought to the Hyderabad and appointed as the chief administrator of Hyderabad district. See, one of the person, Ramchandra Rao, is a administrator, district Krishna district Tahsildar. He is the Tahsildar at that time. So he transferred to the Hyderabad by the Velodi government. Then he established here Hyderabad as a chief administrator. He promoted as a chief administrator officer. When he came to Hyderabad as a chief administrator, he gave the lot of he gave the lot of preference to the most of this Andhra people. So then when Ramchandra Rao came to Hyderabad, most of Andhra people also, they came and settled in Hyderabad region. The Andhra officials who were appointed that manner dared to get appointed their relatives and their region people. See, one person came, Ramchandra Rao, he gave an importance to his relatives from Andhra. Then after that, people also given to the Andhra people. So like that, their chain, Andhra officials number of Andhra officials were increased in Hyderabad region. So like that, most of the Andhra settlers number of increased in Hyderabad region. One of the parliament member is questioned, Padmaja Naidu is questioned in the parliament, and Sardar Vallabhai Patel, he get angry. So even though they are convinced to the central government to coming to the most of the Andhra people to came and settle in the Andhra region at the time of MK Velodi. So MK Velodi government only, in this government only, most of the Andhra people, settlers and employees they get good jobs for them. So due to this, in Telangana, in Hyderabad, they treated the Telangana people as inferiors, and they felt themselves as the reformers which led the Mulki movement. Okay, Mulki movement was started by native people. So against this Andhra people recruitment, means Andhra people settlements were in number of increase. That's why at the same time in February 1952, general elections were started. First general elections were held in 1952 in India. Okay, 1947, from the 1947 to 1952, the temporary governments and they were established. 52, they were first general election held. In this, in just general elections, and Hyderabad state and independent India means 1952 general elections were held. Next, in this time only, the general elections, Burgula Ramakrishna Rao and some other, they are get majority in this unit 2. It is there till that the state independent India unit 2. So this is in general elections. BRK Burgula Ramakrishna Rao from Shadnagar, Mahbubnagar district is elected as a legislator. He gets some majority and is appointed as a, in first general election, some number of 175 total seats. The Congress party 93 and Communist and some PDF 42, Socialist 12, like that. Burgula Ramakrishna Rao is appointed as a Chief Minister of first Chief Minister of Hyderabad state in 1952. Okay, so this is now start this second unit. First general elections, they get Congress get full majority. The second majority to get communists. Okay, in Hyderabad region also, communists means it they are Socialist Party 12 and Independents 28. Okay. People's Democratic Front means in communists also in that alliance only 42. So like that, they were formed the Congress government, and Burgula Ramakrishna Rao is appointed as a Chief Minister, first Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, this Hyderabad state. Sorry. Okay. So like that, till that 1956, you see, from the 1952 to 1956, 4 years as a CM Burgula Ramakrishna Rao. He is a appointed, he is elected as a Chief Minister, and he is some of other people like in that members, Congress candidates like Jamalapuram Keshav Rao, Madapati Hanumantarao, Kaloji Narayan Rao. So these all, they were in the part of this elected as a members. The ministry also, cabinet ministry, you see, the Burgula Ramakrishna Rao is a Chief Minister, and CM Trivedi is a first governor. Kashinath Rao, Deputy Speaker, Padma Gaud, Total Speaker, M. Narsinga Rao, Opposition Leader, V.D. Deshpande. So, cabinet was set up in the 1952, March 6th. Started the Burgula Ramakrishna Rao as a Chief Minister and his cabinet. So, in this cabinet, some Digambar Rao Bindu, and he is a Home Minister, Digambar Rao Bindu, Judiciary, and K.V. Rangareddy, Excise and Forest Revenue Minister, Vinayak Rao Vidyalankar, Finance Minister, and G.S. Melkote, Public Works and Labor, and Nawab Mehdi, this is the Cabinet Minister, Deputy Speak Ministers also. See, along with the above ministers worked M.K. Velodi. Previously, who are that M.K. Velodi is a government temporary head is there. He also worked as a chief advisor to the Burgula Ramakrishna Rao. Okay, M.K. Velodi again appointed as a chief advisor to the Burgula Ramakrishna Rao. So Burgula Ramakrishna Rao, he is 3 policies. You can remember this. First, number 1, economic stability and implements Gorwala Committee recommendations. Secondly, abolition of Jagerdari system, protection of tenant farmers' rights, and land reforms. Okay, as a Burgula Ramakrishna Rao Chief Minister, 3 policies he mentioned, he followed. One is the Hyderabad Indian Union is as a Chief Minister after A.D. Gorwala is a committee, one of the committee, ICS officer A.D. Gorwala. This Gorwala given the central government appointed one committee for economic reforms. Okay, so he mentioned that how the surplus budget, how help to the poor, how get benefit to the farmers and peasants. Okay, so financial system how to develop. So he gave the good suggestion. A.D. Gorwala. Gorwala committee recommendations are followed by Burgula Ramakrishna Rao in Hyderabad state. Okay, you remember Gorwala committee reforms followed by Burgula Ramakrishna Rao. What is that? To surplus economy. Okay, to help the farmers, to regularize the taxes, revenue, repeated taxes not. So like to abolish some of the this Jamindari and landlord system to cancel and reasonable. So you see is 350 crore rupees surplus funds were due to his Gorwala committee recommendations. Gorwala committee given the recommendation to the central government for the good financial policy, what we have to do. They gave suggestion for the helping of poor and peasants and workers, price to regularize the price and market price for goods and sales services. So these all. So due to that, 350 crore rupees surplus funds came to the government. Okay, Revenue Minister and Velodi Cabinet, Rao actively. So in MK Velodi government, Burgula Ramakrishna worked as a revenue minister. Okay, so by 1952, Hyderabad had achieved the economic equilibrium in the state budget. Equilibrium means equality. You see, not low budget, high budget. It is a balanced budget. There means the surplus is not there, and also loss also not there for the government. Means they maintain the balance, equilibrium in the state budget. Equilibrium means equality, no loss and no benefit. Okay, so at the time of Burgula Ramakrishna Rao, he followed the Gorwala committee recommendations. Okay, he got the 350 crores benefit. Okay, and also economic strength to strengthen the economic policy. First thing. Second one, abolition of Jagerdari system, protection of tenant farmers' rights. Okay, abolition of Jagerdari system. To cancel the Jagerdari system. You see, Jagirdar means who is the land owner, landlords, and also to collecting the land revenue, Jagirdars. That system was means one landlords are they have the hundreds of acres of land. In Telangana, most of the landlords and jamindars are there at the time. Okay, so this landlord system, Jagirdar system was abolished, cancelled by Burgula Ramakrishna Rao in 1950. So the Jagirdar System Abolition Regulation Act 1950 and Hyderabad Tenancy and Agriculture Lands Act also 1950 was done. And Hyderabad Tenancy means previously they done this act, again he re-implemented this acts. Okay, so that is a abolition of land rights to the landlords. And like this, this arrangements made the collecting of land revenue and maintaining the law and order in the villages. So why? Because landlords are forcibly collected the land revenue tax from the farmers and tenants. Tenants means who is a renter. You taking the lease, land, you take the land lease for cultivation. Okay, so for tenants and owners. So owners are forcibly there with a very less amount they are giving to the tenants. So the tenants are, he gave some own rights to the tenants. So like that, you can see in this system, who is fixed rates land revenue was allotted to the Jagirdar system was abolished. Sarfakas lands also were handed. You see, Nizam used to get net amount 124 lakhs income every year from the Sarfakas lands. Sarfakas lands means which is the own lands by Nizam's family. Okay, so that here the most of the some reforms are taken place. The result of this, tenant farmers were liberated not only from paying high taxes. Liberated means who are the tenant renter, which farmer is taking land for as a rent purpose, he gets some liberated continuously 6-7 years, more than 10 years, who has worked as a tenant, he is giving some rights on that land. Okay, so tenant is to become a owner now, means the government is giving the some owning rights. They have giving the land owning right to the tenants. Okay, that act was according to this act, Burgla Ramakrishna Rao time, this implemented this land revenue Jagerdari system abolition. After they gave some owning rights, land owning rights is giving to the tenants. After the act, that large scale migration from Jagirdari areas, Diwani areas, and the considerably decreased. See, farmers are migrating to other regions due to the lack of work, lack of agriculture, lack of lands. So economic conditions, they are migrating to other regions, Maharashtra, some other regions. So when this government giving the land owning rights to the tenants, then automatically reduced the migrations. Okay, migrations were reduced. The result of this act, tenant farmers were liberated from paying high taxes. No high taxes will pay by the tenant. Forced collections also cancelled. Forcible collection. Earlier, the jamindars, they were forcibly collected the land revenue tax from the farmers. After this act, so according to their wishes, they have to give the taxes. Tenant farmers compelled to pay revenue, landlords various such. This act was put an end to such exertions. Means no high paying taxes and forcible collection not there, and slavery is not there, vetty system not there. Some, okay, there is no sufferings. Some rights are given to the tenants on that land. Who is continually plowing, the cultivating the land, he get the owning rights. You know that Dunnevaniki Bhumi, one of the slogan given at the time of Telangana armed struggle. Okay, tilled land. Ever Dunnevaniki Bhumi ane slogan ela vachindi? Who is real cultivating the land, for his giving the land owning rights. Okay, so according to this act, tenants కౌలుదారులకు కొన్ని హక్కులు కల్పించబడడం జరిగింది. Next, the act also done justice to Jagirdars, and for the first 6 months, Jagirdars were paid some interim and Jagirdars kuda loss kaakunda excess land what are there, they have to allot it to the tenants. So కొన్ని మళ్ళీ దాని తర్వాత land reforms kuda రావడం జరిగింది. Okay, land reforms. This will discuss in the next class. Land reforms, Bhudana movement, Mulki movement, we will discuss the next class. Okay, 12:30 ki adi cut avutundi. Any doubts? Any doubt? Cheppandi amma, emana doubts unnaya?
No sir.
How are you getting my voice and understanding how ardham avutunda?
Yes sir, ardham avutundi sir.
Okay, okay. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మీరు నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో మళ్ళీ క్లారిఫై చేసుకోండి.
వరకు ఉంటుంది సార్ క్లాస్
1:30 to 2:30 అమ్మా ఎవ్రీ డే. ఇవి మళ్ళీ 31st వరకు.
31st వరకా సార్?
Yes, from 1:30 to 2:30 every day.
టుడే 2 lessons కంప్లీట్ అయినాయా సార్? 2 lessons.
నో సెకండ్ యూనిట్ 2 లో ఊర్గుల నరసింహారావు ల్యాండ్ రిఫార్మ్స్ వరకు చెప్పాము. ల్యాండ్ రిఫార్మ్స్ తర్వాత చెప్పాము.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
అబోలిషన్ ఆఫ్ జాగీర్దారీ సిస్టమ్ వరకు కంప్లీట్ అయిందమ్మా.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
సో పేజ్ నెంబర్ 20 ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్. ఓకే
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
రైట్.